Hey, Joe, yeah, it's not our job to tell you how you should react to this video, but you may feel it is very graphic, something that you don't want children to see. We just want to give you that warning now ahead of time and also tell you that the New York Times is reporting that this video was given to them by a former rebel who was disgusted at what he saw.
The men are stripped of their shirts and kneeling. The New York Times says this video was just smuggled out of Syria and shows a rebel commander executing captured Syrian soldiers in April. It's shocking, but some lawmakers say they've seen classified reports that suggest half of the rebels are extremists.
The briefings I've received, unless I've gotten different ones or more inaccurate briefings, is right at 50%.
Secretary of State John Kerry argues it's as low as 15%.
There is a real moderate opposition that exists.
Kerry and Republican John McCain both cited reporting from an analyst who's traveled to Syria.
Dr. Elizabeth Obegi.
She works with the Institute of War. She's fluent in Arabic.
Apart from the cities Assad still rules, Elizabeth Obegi says there are distinct areas where moderate rebels are in control and can keep weapons out of the hands of extremists.
I travel with groups where we actually can kind of identify the more extremist checkpoints and simply move around them into areas where the moderates are in control and have authority.
But one U.S. official tells CNN he does not see the clear division between moderates and extremists that Kerry and Obegi suggested. Both elements are mixed among the opposition. Another official says most of the groups fighting Assad are composed of Islamist fighters, but only a minority could accurately be characterized as extremist.
And the way this official described it is the way they look at it as they look at extremists as those who are tied to terrorist ideology or terrorist groups. He tells me that most of the rebels in Syria now are between moderate and very conservative Islamists. But I think what you see in this video, the actual commander who was, you sort of heard his voice on that video at the beginning, you know, giving the sort of narrative of what was happening. He is not someone known to be affiliated with jihadist groups. It may have been that he was simply out for revenge. And so I think when you start trying to parse this extremist versus Islamist, true, some people may not have an extremist ideology, may not be tied to actual terrorist groups, but this video shows that there are people still very, very capable of extremely brutal acts.